And we are live. What's up, you guys? Godzilla fan freaks coming at you today with Kaiju Chill O'Clock episode 41. And yes, again, we are live. See, we had a bunch of people on waiting for the show to start. Thank you again for waiting. I always like to see that. It just means that you guys just really enjoy the show. I appreciate it. Again, feel free to share around that we are live so we get some people on in here and stuff, get some engagement for today. Some interesting stuff to talk about today, but just to get the ball rolling on the menu today, Nick Adams from the Monster Report is here. What did he miss? You haven't missed anything. We just started. We just kicked off the show. And I was just going to get into what is on the menu for today, which Nick already knows because I was on a call with him just before the stream a little bit ago, talking about some stuff. And what I am going to be having on in the background today is going to be the 1976 King Kong. Yes, this is my favorite Kong. This is also Nick Adams from the Monster Report's favorite Kong movie. This is the first King Kong remake. And so this is the Shout Factory / Scream Factory Collector's Edition release. I can at least show you guys the main menu and whatnot. So that is what is going to be on today's menu today, is going to be Kong 76. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that started. And let me catch up on your guys' comments here. What do we got going on? See, we got Kefla in the house. Lucy Collected. Jonathan's here. What's up, man? And let's see. We could play cards while we wait. Oh, let's see. Jonathan, it's okay because you know what? Nick has that same condition. Nick is full of the dad jokes. Godzilla Train 1090. All aboard. What's up, Adrian? What's going on? Just popping in to say hey. And then, yep, Nick just saying hi to Adrian. Yes, everybody, thank you for being here. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button, please. Feel free to share around that we are live right now, and we're just going to have a great, awesome show today. Fred is also here for Kaiju Chill O'Clock. Fred, want to say hi to everybody? Yeah? So Fred is here for Kaiju Chill O'Clock as well. And again, we have King Kong 76 on in the background. So, what is there to talk about today? Well, first of all, okay, I got snacks. I got snacks this time. Woo! Yeah, always got corn nuts on hand, right? Lots of exciting things going on my end. I want to say, guys, if you follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook, you got to see it. But then I will also tell you here that Yosh over at Leaf Claw Studios, the guy who's behind all my art and everything for my channel and whatnot, he completed the logo for the Tucson Kaiju Festival that I am bringing back. Again, he's my main artist for it. He created the logo, and he's going to be doing the poster. And all I can say is, wow, the ball is really starting to get rolling as setting up for the Tucson Kaiju Festival that I'm going to be throwing in November. Nick is also going to be there, and we're just going to have an awesome, fun-fulfilled Kaiju of a day. I even have, like, work in front of me here of, like, you know, lists of vendors, scheduling. You know, I got to work on all of that stuff. So, this next week, Yosh and I are actually going to be going around town. He's going to create a flyer, and we're going to hit up some of the local shops and everything. And then just ask them if they would like a table spot, and if they would be so gracious enough to put the flyer up in their shop, like in a window, or if they have a cork board or something somewhere for stuff like that. That way we can just really start promoting it. So, Nick, if there's any way that you can think of to promote the festival, same thing, on your end, it would be greatly appreciated. You know, any way that you can think of. And yeah, no, it's just we're getting there. It's coming. So Nick saying, Fred, like most cats, says, I'm better than you all. And then GFan84, what's going on? What's up? Thanks for being here. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button, please. Appreciate the support. But, yes. So, Tucson Kaiju Festival, things are happening. Things are happening. And if you can hear the music in the background, we are watching, or at least I am watching, King Kong 76 today in the background. And then my next question was, I was going to ask you guys, my audience, for the second segment of today's show over on Facebook, what should I watch? I was thinking maybe Gorgo, but I did watch Gorgo last week. For those of you that know, I did post about that on the Facebook and Instagram pages. So I don't mind watching Gorgo again, but it is really fresh in my mind, and I don't necessarily want to get too bored. So I was thinking maybe a good alternative to Gorgo would be Gappa, which kind of copied the same formula. So you guys let me know in the comments here, what would you like me to watch? Even if you can't tune into the Facebook segment, I appreciate just the engagement in general. So what could we watch together over on Facebook? You guys want to watch Gorgo? It's fine. Or we could watch Gappa. I think both of those are decent contenders for sure. Reptile 7876, what is up? And then Monster Report saying King Kong 76 equals Epic Kong versus the Dude. Yes. Yes, sir. Which I think that movie just had its, I forget what anniversary, but I think The Big Lebowski just passed a birthday recently. So funny that you say that. I love The Big Lebowski. Great movie. Classic. And yeah, no, you guys, so just let me know, what would you like me to watch over on the Facebook segment? Gorgo or Gappa? And remember, you get to watch that with me. Facebook hasn't really threatened me with anything crazy. So all I pretty much got to do is make sure I just put a copyright disclaimer in the description and in the video itself, and I'm pretty much good. So, but yeah, no, a lot of things are winding up for the Tucson Kaiju Festival. I'm beyond excited. I will soon be creating the event page on Facebook, so be on the lookout for that. Bookman's is going to be setting up a little like event thing for it on their website. So over at bookmans.com, they'll be setting up a little event thing for it, kind of explaining it and whatnot. And again, we're going to have vendors, we're going to be doing panels, we're going to have trivia contests, there's going to be raffles, there's going to be, you know, activities and contests for kids, video game contests, did I say that already? Trivia, panels, might have like an area showing movies and stuff like that, and it's just going to be one heck of a fun day. Again, we're going to have vendors there, artists, people selling stuff. I'm just really, again, I know I've said it a million times, but I am so happy to be bringing it back. You know, from doing the first one in 2019, and it was a blast and an awesome, awesome turnout. I'm really happy to bring the Tucson Kaiju Festival back. Monster Report saying the dude abides. And then Jonathan, yes, it did. The dude still abides. Yes, sir. I might have to watch The Big Lebowski. Maybe tonight with the wife, because she likes the movie too. And then Nick just laughing with Jonathan. But guys, thank you so much for being here again. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button while you're here. Share around on your platforms or wherever, you know, that we are live. And let's just have an awesome show. What else is there really to talk about? Let's see if you guys saw over on Nick's channel and platforms and everything. Mondo sent him a gigantic box, and Nick ended up securing one of the Godzilla Tokyo SOS statue figures, which is really, really cool. And all I can say to give you guys a little sneak preview is just wait to what's to come on that channel for that video. That Nick is going to do that so awesomely. That's all I can say. Oh, man. And then Kefla, this is my first time you've been early. Well, thank you. Thank you. That way you don't necessarily miss anything. Hear from the start of it. Reptile 7876, the SOS is really cool. It is a cool statue. I didn't pick one up myself. Not a huge fan of SOS and just really didn't feel like spending that much money at the moment. But speaking of SOS, who went to the movie theaters last night? I didn't. I had to work. You know, last night was my Friday, so today's my Saturday. So I didn't get a chance to go see Tokyo SOS in theaters, but you know, if you did, that's awesome. I'm glad you got to experience it on the big screen. You know, I experienced Godzilla against Mechagodzilla on the big screen for Godzilla Day last year, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope everybody who went to Tokyo SOS last night in its one night showing just had a good time. I'm sure it was a blast. I heard that they ended up showing the Gigan Rex short before the movie, which I was kind of like, I kind of wish they showed the other Gigan short before the movie because I like the Suitmation short films that they've been doing. You know, they did the one with Hedra and they did the one with Gigan. But that's just me. I wasn't a big Gigan Rex fan. We got 9 people on in here. I saw we had 10 there for a minute. Guys, please atomic blast that like button. It helps out the show immensely. It helps the algorithm. It helps this pop up. Again, if you're able to share this around in any way, share it around. Let people know of Godzilla Fan Freaks. You know, I'm still having people tune in and be like, I just came across your channel. I can't believe I did not know about it. So I like reaching out to other people. I just, you know, I like engaging with other fans. That's mainly what I do. You know, I don't get paid for this. I don't even care if I ever do get paid with this down the road. It's not that big of a deal for me. I do this because I love it and I just have fun. And I'm just glad that all of you also have fun. So thank you all again for being here. Let's see. Jonathan, yep, Jonathan was at the work too. It looks like we have, I'm going to forget how to pronounce it again, but Goji 2001, he went to Tokyo SOS. That's awesome. What's up, man? Glad you had a good time. Kefla said they didn't go either. That's okay. You know, it was a Wednesday night, just kind of an odd night to have something like that. Like, I feel like it would have made more sense to do it on a Friday night or a Saturday night, you know, but I don't know. Do it on a Wednesday, whatever, I guess. But, you know, yeah, let's see what else has been going on. Mondo, of course, on Tuesday dropped their second Space Godzilla variant, and that sold out in 5 minutes. So I hope if anybody tried to get one of those, and if you wanted one, you got one because they sold out quick. I originally was going to get all the variants of Space Godzilla from Mondo just because the mold and everything, the figure looks beautiful. And so it's like I wouldn't mind getting all the colors of it. But the price, in my opinion, is a little steep. Especially when they tag the shipping on. The shipping is what gets you with those. You know, the figure itself is $150, but then the shipping itself is about $30. That ends up being pushing a $200 figure. And again, if they're releasing these, it seems like a month apart from each other. Which I think is just too far and in between, especially since we have yet to receive the first variant. So I feel like Mondo slowed down on the releases just a little bit. And again, I feel like they need to bump the numbers up. The Trendmasters variant only pushed 200 units. I feel they could bump that up by an extra couple hundred just to give people more of a chance. Because it's still just a nightmare and anxiety, stress-filled checkout process with Mondo. Just for that reason of things just selling out. You know, there are tons of people I've seen already that said they had it in their cart. They were in the process of checking out and they still weren't fast enough and their transaction didn't go through. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see. Jonathan, not sure, but honestly didn't know about it. And they do stuff like that, trying to get attention for weeknights when they are slow. Yeah, I guess that would probably be it. But still, it's also hard because then you got people who either have to go to work the next day or are currently working, like myself. GFan84, I thought they should have had a movie for the weekend, not a Wednesday. Exactly. And then we have Monster Report Nick saying, watch Tokyo SOS with the kids at home, and the 3-year-old fell asleep in my lap in 10 minutes. Obviously not a Millennium fan. But, so yeah, so that was something, but I didn't pick one up. Again, it's just too close, and the price is kind of rough. Again, about 200. Man, those clouds just moved in. Having weird weather here in Tucson. It's been warm. It's been a little hot. Then it's windy. Then it kind of gets a little cold. Then we get rain, and then we had snow, of course, a couple weeks ago. The weather here, and it's messing with everybody. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, I am just a tad bit congested, but that's just because everybody's being affected here. Like, the weather is just all over the place here in Tucson. I don't know what's going on. But like yesterday, it basically rained all day, and then today it's kind of a little cloudy. We just did have a cloud move over the sun, but it's mainly like clear and sunny today, and then temperatures are supposed to go back up. It's very weird weather we're having. And then Monster Report, she is a Showa for life, even loves the original Ultraman series. See, there you go. There you go. Raising them right. Raise them on Showa. Raise them on the Showa series. But, yeah, so, just trying to think of what else has been going on. Again, guys, if you haven't, pre-order the Gorgo figure from Titanic Creations. Don't forget to get your pre-order in for that. The pre-orders end May 31st, right? March, April, May. Yeah, May 31st, I think, is the deadline. May 31st is the deadline for Gorgo. So between now and then, if you don't got it now, save up some money. Get it. And, yes, so get that Gorgo figure. Let's get all those tiers unlocked. That way we can get all the goodies with it. So head over to TitanicCreations.com. And if you want a link directly to the figure, go to the video I did last week, and where I'm just talking about it. And it's like, just pre-order it. There's a link in the description straight to the figure from there. And we're doing good on comments, you guys. We got 11 people on in here. Thank you for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks Live, for Kaiju Chill O'Clock episode 41. We are on the road to 50 episodes. Yes, sir. Watching King Kong 76 in the background today. And again, over on the Facebook segment, let me know in the comments, would you guys like me to watch Gorgo or would you like me to watch Gappa? So that would be on the Facebook segment, and that starts pretty much right after we're done here. And considering King Kong 76 is a little bit of a longer film, I'm pretty sure it's going to fill up the entire 2 hours of this segment, if not just a little bit more. So just to give you an idea of how long we're going to be here today, which we are going on 20 minutes. So still very early on in the show, you guys. What else has been going on? Not a whole heck of a lot. I did finally just decide to bite the bullet. As much as I wanted to find it in the wild at a Target, I'm pretty much hearing that they're very few and far in between. But Playmates, if you guys want a Playmates Baragon, Amazon has them in stock. Under $20. I got mine last night. I ordered it. So box day incoming for the Playmates Baragon. really was excited about that figure because I'm just a sucker for Baragon in general. So I really wanted to get it, and it looks pretty good. Playmates seems they have done a good job, and for those of people who have them in hand already, have already been saying that it is a great, solid figure, which is very good to hear. So good job, Playmates. I'm looking forward to mine. If you don't want to take the chance of finding it in the wild, I just recommend go over to Amazon and get it now. And yeah, it's a very reasonably priced and readily available Baragon figure. I'm just making sure my settings are all good here. Let's see here. And yes, we are. We are good. So how's everyone doing? Is everybody having a good week? Anybody, like always, you got questions for myself? You want me to talk about a certain topic, whatever it may be? What else has been going on? Of course, if you saw my announcement that I posted on the Facebook page, and then I posted it here on YouTube as well. Do you guys have anything you'd like to see from me? Because figure reviews have kind of stopped for now. I'm glad I got Baragon coming in, but I mean, shortly after that, I'm going to be out of stuff to review again. So I am just all caught up on figure reviews and everything like that. I have a few content ideas in my head that I could do for videos. So there'll probably be just some, not figure reviews, but just like talking videos, maybe every now and then. But I asked you guys, do you guys have any suggestions? What would you like to see from me? And if I don't end up picking what you suggest, don't take it to heart. It's just maybe one of those things that maybe I can't fulfill it the way I would want to. Because I am very limited on what I can do. So, yes. And then, Jonathan, going straight on into my next point there, you want to see collectible and toy hunts. Guess what? That is happening. Yes, sir. So, tomorrow, me and the Gundam collector Lawrence, we are going to be heading up north to Phoenix, Arizona. And we are going to be looking around at a few hobby stores and collectible shops, and I'm thinking of taking some video. And I think it should work out pretty fun. If anything, Lawrence can also be my camera guy in certain spots. But we are going to be doing that. Why? Because even though Tucson has its collector shops and everything like that and hobby stores, there is only so much. And Phoenix is a little bit bigger of a city, and Phoenix has a little bit more to offer. And all I can say is there are some very cool toy shops, hobby shops, collectible shops up in Phoenix. So we're definitely putting a list together of places that we are going to go see and check out and probably come home with some goodies. Mainly kind of going up there for Gunpla, which is, the Gundam model kits and stuff like that, just to see what's offered up there. But a few of the places we are going have been known, and I've been there in the past, that they have had Godzilla and Kaiju stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if I also come home with some new Godzilla and Kaiju goodies. So that is on the menu for tomorrow. When that video will debut, I might get it edited and all done before Monday. We'll see. But if not, I do have another video in the works, and that will come out Monday if I don't end up getting the Toy Hunt video edited and whatnot and ready for upload. But if anything, that could be the week to follow. So, there's that, and I can't really think of anything else. So if anybody has any ideas of something they would like to see, again, I'm open ears to ideas. Again, I have some in my head myself, but yes. And but always continue to enjoy my Figure Talk Tuesdays and, of course, Kaiju Chill O'Clock episodes. Those are not going to be stopping anytime soon. It's just figure reviews that I'm kind of light on at the moment because I've reviewed everything I have. It's like when we go and walk into my collection room, now that you guys know that, it's going to be like, geez, yeah, it seems like it would take about 10 years to probably review all that stuff. Because again, my 10-year anniversary is coming up this year in July, and I'm putting together a video finally of the very first Tucson Kaiju Festival that I hosted in 2019. So that is going to be my 10-year anniversary video. So that's going to be coming up in July. Let's see. Kefla just talking with Jonathan. And then Nick saying collectible hunt videos. Sweet. Yes, sir. It should be a lot of fun. And then Nick saying, how about a figure talk video about Sophobie figures? Yeah, I'll jot that idea down. I can do something like that. I have a good amount of Sophobie figures, even some vintage Sophobie figures. So I could definitely do a video talking about that, especially since it was kind of something I never really was into. And then eventually I was like, you know what? This stuff is pretty cool. And I ended up getting into it. So I could definitely do a video on Sophobie figures. Yes, sir. I can do that, Nick. Thank you for the suggestion. I like that one. So, yes. So there's ideas churning up here. But, you know, always help of audience and what you guys would like to see is always nice. You know, I always, again, the engagement. That's what I like doing. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Again, we're watching Kong 76. I hope I don't run out of things to talk about. We're not even 30 minutes in. I'm surprised that the show is kind of taking its time today. Because usually it almost feels like we'd be in an hour already. So, where do I start? Where do I begin? Again, you guys got questions for me? That always helps. You guys have a figure you want me to talk about live? I could do that too. Usually at about an hour is kind of when I'll go in and do the collection video, or not collection video, collection room like tour walkthrough that we do every week, because that's always fun. But I don't want to necessarily do it any earlier than that because, again, I just don't want to run out of stuff to do. So, again, guys, questions, whatever it may be. I'm trying to think of what else has been going on lately. As far as the Gundam model kits go, still working on that Master Grade Goth. I still have to do the weapons and the arms. That's all I have left to do, and then he's pretty much done. Whether I finish that or maybe start to finish it today and then finish it maybe tomorrow after me and Lawrence get back from Phoenix. Because we're gonna start not super early, but we're gonna give ourselves enough time to where when we get to Phoenix, things will be starting to open and whatnot, and then that way we can just start hitting shops and stores, see what they got, see if there's anything worth buying up there, and then we'll probably have lunch up in Phoenix, and then probably maybe after lunch or something like that, maybe hit a couple more places, and then head on back to Tucson before it gets dark. So we'll be back in Tucson probably early-ish evening time, I would imagine. You know, the way me and Lawrence are, we're probably we know what we're kind of looking for and whatnot, so we're kind of just going up there just to have some fun for, you know, a few hours and just have a good time. So hopefully I'm able to get some good footage and get some good clips to throw together a video for you guys. So yeah. Jonathan, I'm tinkering with 3D printer stuff. Need to find some cool kaiju stuff to print soon. Dude, yes. I've been seeing what you've been doing with the 3D printing, man. Looks awesome. So definitely excited for that. Man, I might open up a snack right now. I'm feeling a little snacky. Let's see. And there really hasn't been a whole heck of a lot going on, you guys. In all honesty, it's been kind of dead. So again, if you have any questions, anything at all, please feel free to ask, because there's nothing worse than I hate than dead air. We got 7 people on in here. I know somebody's got to want to ask me something or want me to talk about a topic or a figure. So just let me know.
Standing up ahead. I think I hear breakers.
They're getting to the island. Again, we are watching, or at least I'm watching. That was sour. I haven't had these in a long time, or at least in a minute. I picked up some sour Skittles. Oh man. That kind of hit me out of nowhere. Anyway, in the background, Kong 76. That is what we got on for today's noise feature. And they are just now getting to the island. Man, is my chat working okay? Kind of dead. Tim, what's going on? Be a man, eat a Skittle. What's up, Tim? What's going on? Don't forget to atomic blast that like button. But yes, you guys, questions for me. You want me to talk about a figure? I haven't really gotten anything new. And all the other topics have been talked about already. Again, I'm just going to be busy as of late. Next week there is not going to be Kaiju Chill O'Clock. Skipping next week just due to things I got to do for the Tucson Kaiju Festival and getting ready for it. So every now and then, between now and, of course, November 3rd and stuff, there's still a lot of time. But just letting you guys know, there is not going to be a show next week. Episode 42 isn't going to be until the following week. So just letting you guys know that. So no show next week, just due to being busy. Again, the ball is just starting to roll with the Tucson Kaiju Festival, so I am going to be a little bit more busy with that. But it shouldn't be too bad. You know, I kind of have a plan in my head and kind of what I need to do, and that always helps. Let's see the Monster Report. It's a bit bittersweet to see WTC in Kong 76. It was good. It was a good choice. For the World Trade Center. Yes, it was a good choice for the relevancy in place of the Empire State Building. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that. But it is, sad, now, and, with 9/11 and everything like that. Jonathan, speaking of sour, have you had the Sour Mega Warhead? Yeah. Yes, I have had that, Jonathan. Ghost energy drinks are actually some of my favorite energy drinks. And that is my favorite flavor. Oh, it's very good. And then Tim saying he's just at work. Any Star Wars figures? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do. And then Kefla saying we understand about, skipping the show next week and stuff like that. Yeah, again, I'm just going to be busy with Tucson Kaiju Festival stuff. So don't be surprised if maybe in the next, recent times I skip a show every other week or something like that. It just really depends on how all this falls together, but I'm just trying to do my best to make sure everything's right and that it's going to be an absolute fun time for everybody. That is what I care about. So, but yeah, Star Wars figures. We can go and I can just kind of bring the camera over here and have a seat on the arm of the couch, because all my Star Wars stuff is over here now, which I kind of toned down on some Star Wars stuff to make room for other stuff. Gundam! So, I did get rid of some of my Star Wars stuff, but not all of it. I still have a handful of figures that I really, really do enjoy. So, take some more. Oh my goodness. I was like, let me get a few more sour Skittles. And what does it give me? It gives me 2 freaking lemons. Like, yeah, it was already sour. And now I'm really going to pucker. Go. Ooh, yeah, it's sour. Oh man. Let me turn my camera a little bit so we don't get pinged for footage. Oh no, there's footage. Anyway. All right. Star Wars. It's the wall. Anyway, Star Wars stuff. So here's my Star Wars stuff. Excuse me, that Skittle is very, very sour. Woo. Anyway, if I get my tripod, sorry for shaking you guys around. My camera stand is fighting me here. So anyway. See, Kefla is saying we can count on you for a fun festival. Thank you. And then Kefla saying that you love sour things also. Yes, I love sour candy. It is a kryptonite of mine. But here's my Star Wars stuff. Not a lot. You know, again, I toned it down from how much I used to have. Just because I made space for Gundam. Yeah, sorry. But I do have a lot of stuff that I do enjoy, you know, left. My favorite bounty hunter is Bosk, if you can't tell. So that is why I have like 3 different Bosk figures. Of course, a nice little Star Destroyer model from a tabletop game. Because I just love the Star Destroyer. It has such an iconic, interesting like design and look. And so I just couldn't resist picking this up. I've played the game once. It's kind of difficult. It's called Star Wars Armada. But I mainly just picked this up because I just wanted a Star Destroyer. Of course, I have a very nice Kylo Ren figure next to Captain Phasma and a First Order Stormtrooper. I'm not a big fan of the sequels, like hardly at all, but I do like the designs of the Stormtrooper, Captain Phasma, and Kylo Ren, so that is why I have these figures, just because I like the designs. Doesn't really have much to do with the movies itself. My wife got me this very cool, like samurai concept Kylo Ren, which I really, really enjoy. I like the way the lightsaber looks. But so that is a very cool figure. It's from Tamashii Nations, if I'm not mistaken. I have a figure of my favorite Jedi, Qui-Gon Jinn. It's kind of an old figure. Those figures came out when the Phantom Menace came out, so that's kind of a... feel like it's almost getting... I think things have to be like 40 years to be considered vintage, so this figure still has a little ways to go before it reaches that 40-year birthday, but still, I like it nonetheless. I have a little Scout Trooper there just because I love the design. I love the helmet of the Scout Troopers. And then I got a Battle Droid and a Droideka just because I really liked their designs as well. Again, so I just have very few select things from Star Wars represented in my collection, but it is all stuff that I highly do enjoy. So let me see if I can do this in a way to where I can hold on to this and read your guys' comments here. Gyro Production is a crazy kaiju here. What's up, man? And then, do I have any AT-AT Imperial Walkers? No, I do not. This is my Star Wars stuff right here. This single shelf. I did have some other Star Wars stuff, but I again, got rid of it to make room for more Gundam models and whatnot. So this is all my Star Wars stuff. Kefla saying they look awesome. And then Jonathan saying he wants the Samurai Boba Fett. That is a cool figure. I've seen pictures of it. And then Tim saying Qui-Gon Jinn is the best. Heck yeah, man. Freaking love Qui-Gon. Love him so much. Jonathan saying I still need to build that big figure kit I have of a speeder bike, the Scout and the speeder bike. Oh man, dude, Jonathan, you need to, man. And then Monster Report saying 40 years is vintage, huh? What are we saying here? I meant figure-wise. Figure and toy collectible-wise. That's what I've heard. I don't know if there's really anything behind that, but I've heard that things have to be like 40-plus years old to be considered like vintage collectible figures. So, again, I don't know if anybody knows that for sure. But Nick, you're hilarious. Oh, it was funny. But yeah, so this is my Star Wars stuff. If anybody has any questions or anything, I'm trying to remember who was the maker behind that Kylo Ren figure. Because I don't remember. I remember it started with a K. And it's like a statue series because he's on a base that is magnetic because he has magnets in the feet. But I forget the brand of that Kylo Ren. Jonathan saying, I've run past vintage then. I'll be 48 in June. Jonathan. Jar Productions, you have a lot of headspace over your Star Wars figures for another shelf, maybe. It looks that way, but not really. Things look different in person than they do on camera. That's the word I was looking for. Things look really different in person, and it just might be because I'm so close to it. But there's not a lot of room. Like if I was to throw another shelf in here, I would only have like a few inches worth. And so it would have to be very, very, very tiny figures. 3.75 figure shelf only. It's a possibility. That might be something, an idea, maybe. We'll just see if that may happen. I don't know. You know, it really depends on some of my OCD too, because sometimes I like things to be a certain amount of organized and spaces in between. So as long as it doesn't bother my brain too much, it might work. But yeah. Reptile 7876, you like the Blastoise figure. And then Jonathan, that's true on camera. I look reasonably sane. In person, not so much. And then Jar Productions or maybe a ship port. Yeah, that's a possibility too. That is a possibility too. I think the only other thing I have Star Wars related is the tabletop game X-Wing, where it has like all the little model ships and everything like that, and that's actually a really fun game. And that game I know how to play. But yeah, Reptile 7876 saying he likes the Blastoise figure. Yeah, I got that figure at Tucson Comic-Con a number of years ago. Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon, so that is why I pretty much just have one Pokemon figure. And then I got Lizard here, random, next to Blastoise, and then I got my Guyver figures and whatnot, and then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure over here with a blank space waiting somebody else, which, man, I need to clean. It's getting a little dusty over here. It gets more dusty out here in the TV room than it does in the actual collector's room a little bit. But I mean, since we're here looking at it and stuff like that, here's the top shelf and what it looks like.
He could be right.
Hey, Jack. What are you doing?
Ready to steal a boat.
Seriously?
Yeah. As soon as I swipe some more supplies. Going on a camera out in the interior.
That sounds dangerous.
Okay, okay. It's a chance.
Just give you guys a nice shot of the top shelf.
Jack. You really should go ashore tonight. It's not a good night for Aries like you.
I think I was in the Aries.
But she believe he is. Alright, so I asked Fred Wilson. He knows everything about you. But really, I wish you wouldn't go ashore tonight.
So you think it'd be better to watch an old movie with the crew?
No, of course not.
Nothing else to do on the ship.
Monster Report, favorite Star Wars film? Phantom Menace. My favorite Star Wars film is Episode 1. And again, Qui-Gon Jinn being my favorite Jedi, that is one of the reasons. I am a Episode 1 fan.
I guess my camera hunt can wait a couple hours.
Kefla with the JoJo reference. Ree! Get some Dio in there. Jarrow Productions saying Star Wars number 5 is his favorite. That's Empire Strikes Back is a lot of people's favorites. Kefla saying I ordered a Star Platinum figure. I don't know when it's coming. That's cool, man. And then Jarrow Productions saying in historical order. And then Jonathan saying dust or sand because Anakin hates sand. Well, good thing I don't have an Anakin figure. But yes, Nick, favorite Star Wars film for me is The Phantom Menace. I love The Phantom Menace. And let's see if I can get a shot of the bottom shelf down here. And then down here, just some more random stuff. Spawn, a few more Marvel characters, another Guyver figure, Zoalord, Master Gyot over here, Shao Kahn, Shape of Water, the Shape of Water Gilman, which that was announced recently was NECA is producing an ultimate creature from the Black Lagoon figure. So I'm hoping I come across that when it hits stores or something like that. Maybe I'll find that, but because I don't have a Creature of the Black Lagoon figure, and so I think if I was to get one, that would be the one to get. But for now, I really do enjoy the Shape of Water figure. I like the whole base that he comes with, and being able to throw him on the chain and everything like that. So, Reptile 7876 saying the power of sand, and then Kefla, not even that scares me. More than that gun, more than that Gundam. I guess you're talking about Psycho Gundam. But so yeah, so that's kind of my what I like to call, I guess, miscellaneous shelf. Just because it has a bunch of different, random things on it. And then of course over here I have Snake Mountain, which is always fun to take a look at. Let's do that right now. Trying to think of something to do for the show here. We got 10 people on in here, 5 likes. Guys, don't forget to atomic blast that like button. We're just having a good chill time right now. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. Let me get the light on back here for Skeletor. There we go. Looks like Mattel, though, is pretty much continuing with their the Origins line and the Masterverse line. And they have released many pictures of a lot that they're coming out with. And all I can say is a lot of that stuff, oof. I don't know if Nick's going to be in the same boat that I am, but I am very interested in picking up possibly a few sets of the those Skeleton Warriors. Those Skeleton Warrior 2-packs, I feel like I'm going to have to pick up a few of those. Those would be awesome to spread around Snake Mountain in certain areas, even like maybe crawling from behind in the back and stuff like that. Would be very, very cool to have some of those Skeleton Warrior figures. So definitely going to pick up some of them. Again, I think I'm probably going to get maybe 3 or 4 boxes of those guys. Because how can you not? And then Nick Adams saying, I thought the Shape of Water figure was at first glance Abe Sapien from Hellboy. Almost looks like him. And then Jonathan saying, miscellaneous shelf sounds like a lot of my collection. And then Kefla saying her boyfriend was looking through Twitter and he found an old newspaper article on why Dragon Ball Z was banned from South Africa's streaming networks. Interesting. And then Kefla saying, it's the guy from Fortnite. I don't understand the reference because I'm not a Fortnite person. So I don't understand what you mean. Jonathan saying the Mattel stuff is nice. However, I almost never find it locally. And rumor has it that Mattel may move most of their Motu stuff to their online order. Oh. Well, that sucks. Because, Jonathan, I know you and me have talked about it before that we're kind of really getting tired of just pointing and clicking. Like, again, guys, as collectors, we like going out to stores. We like hunting for stuff. We like looking for stuff. So that's I kind of hope they don't go that route, because it is always nice to go to your local stores and just buy toys, buy figures. There's just something about the experience. That's all I can say. What else? See, we're about an hour in. We're getting there. But yeah. So Snake Mountain might eventually have more residents in the future. Which is kind of getting full already, really. What you doing, Fred? Oh boy, let's see. I do love this. I'm so glad that I can't believe I own one of these Snake Mountains. That's all I can say, because this thing is massive. I mean, if you guys can really get a sense of scale of this thing, I mean, there's one of my doors to my house. This is how big this thing is. If you guys get a sense of scale from that, it is ginormous. I just love this artwork. I gotta get this framed one of these years. They're getting ready to give her to Kong, if you can't tell by the background noise. And then Jonathan saying, it's not just the hunt, it's the issue of them selling out in the first couple seconds and having to pay double or triple the price. That too. And then Kefla, though apparently it was banned because children have been watching a show that was extremely violent and start screaming their guts out to go Super Saiyan. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Dragon Ball Z can be violent, but I didn't think it was like that crazy bad. And then, giant monkey! Kong's coming! He's coming to get her! But so yeah, I always look forward to more Masters of the Universe stuff. But I suppose let me go ahead and unplug you guys for a minute and we can go kind of walk around freely as I continue to avoid the TV due to footage. But yeah. Kefla saying, yeah, it's bad, but remember we're talking about South Africa here, and then I'm not being racist as you. Oh, okay. So you live there. Interesting. Well, it's nice to have a viewer from South Africa. Monkey! Just going to have a lot of screaming and stuff in the background now. So it's like, if anybody doesn't know, I'm sure there's going to be people like, what are you watching? And it's like, it's just King Kong. Let's see. Tim saying Dragon Ball Z is not bad as Frieza's my favorite character who kills everyone who literally basically Oh, Tim, you're correct. And then Nick saying, I'm the dude, so that's what you call me. That or his dudeness or duder or El Duderino if you're into the whole brevity thing. Oh my goodness. Nick, you're going to put me in the mood to watch The Big Lebowski later. Freaking love that movie. Have it over here. What are you doing? You just being a goof. You're just being a goof. But I do have The Big Lebowski. Shaboom. It's the rug. Just came to get my rug, man. Let's go into the Kaiju Cave. Godzilla Fan Freaks headquarters. What's going on, guys? Got my Cavity Colors Godzilla vs. Biollante shirt on today. Yes, sir. Love Cavity Colors. Who ended up ordering some of their Return of Godzilla stuff? Nick, I'm pretty sure you did. I did too. And I'm pretty sure Chris, Goji Fan 93 did, without a doubt. Jonathan, obviously you're not a golfer. And then Nick saying, Fred, at least I'm housebroken. And then Kefla, let's go to the Kaiju Cave. And yes, we are here. Anything you guys want me to focus on, anything you want me to talk about. We got 5. Boy, I got those mixed up. We got 8 people on in here on my end. It says 5 likes. Guys, if you haven't yet, atomic blast that like button, please. Helps out the algorithm. Helps out the show. All that stuff. Now here we go. Jonathan, nice varmint. But yes, if there's something you guys want me to talk about, a particular figure, something you guys want me to focus on a little bit more, just feel free to ask. You know, got to do something to eat up some of this time. I think we might end up going over a little 2 hours today because Kong 76 again is a longer movie. Godzilla's starting to get a little charge here from the skylight. As you can see, this is one of those solar-powered bobbers. He's ever so subtly moving. Don't know if that's even noticeable. Would help if I could hold the camera still too, but it is kind of difficult at times. There's my Dragon Ball Z stuff. Let's see. Kefla saying Kaiju Chill O'Clock is better than Seven Deadly Sins movie. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'm better than some movie scenes. Okay. Nick saying that gigantic Mechagodzilla really brings the room together. Nick, I have to agree. I mean, I have to agree. Like, if I can try to get kind of a wide shot here. I mean, I feel like Ghidorah, a lot of those big figures bring the whole room together, which it's not complete yet. Dun 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 dun! Mechagodzilla activates! There we go. Now we have full-fledged awesomeness. There's just a nice little wide angle shot for you guys. I feel like this on the ceiling too doesn't get enough attention. Considering, again, this was a gift given to me, and this was from Toho's official booth at San Diego Comic-Con a few years back. This was from their official booth. I did not know where I was going to put this massive thing, but I made it fit. But yes, this was from Toho's official booth. So it's like, I don't know if anyone's ever seen like some of the rough ends or something like that, but it's like, my house is not falling apart and the poster is not torn. That is just how this tapestry was cut. So rest assured that my house is A-okay. But yep, no, very happy to have that, as well as, of course, that was also from Toho's official booth at San Diego Comic-Con as well. Let's see here. Just catching up on some comments here. Jonathan, I need that. We have a bunch of solar bobbers. Yeah, the solar bobbers are pretty cool. And then Monster Report, we want the figures, Mr. Fan Freaks. And then Kefla saying that was perfect. And then Tim, you need more giant figures. No giant Baragon. Well, I also need lots of money for giant figures because they are not cheap. But a giant Baragon would be very cool. I mean, he's not giant, but this is probably the biggest Baragon that I have. That's in the 30 centimeter scale. And we got Kong roaring in the background. I don't know if that's coming up on camera. If it is, it's kind of cool background noise if you ask me. Let's see. Kefla, I don't know why, but I bought Ren Goku's Nichiren. You know what? I don't know what that is. Feel free to fill me in. And you're saying it works. And then GFan84, what's that Toho sign from? Again, this was from Toho's official booth at San Diego Comic-Con a few years ago. Pretty much when they made their first appearance. So that is where that is from. That was gifted to me. Same thing with this. If you look up footage of getting tongue-tied of Toho's booth at San Diego Comic-Con, you guys will see where this is from in their booth. So I have some pretty neat items. I love that. I love that I have some interesting items. One of a kind, really. And then Kefla saying his sword. Ah, got you. Sorry, I'm not as well versed in Dragon Ball as I used to be. My man spoke Chinese for a second. I mean, I try. She's getting mad at Kong, screaming at him to put her down. That is one thing that I do like about Kong 76 is that Kong and her pretty much end up kind of like having some sort of a relationship throughout the movie. You know what I mean? Like they form a bond. Like in the first Kong, he was just a terrifying monster and was always trying to get away from him. And granted, she does still try to get away from him in this movie. There ends up being some sort of a bond that's formed there. So that's what gives Kong 76 a little bit of a special charm to myself. And I'm pretty sure Nick would agree with that. Again, Kong 76 it's a remake, but it has these subtle differences that just make it stand about. She's hitting Kong on the nose right now. Thank you, Gigan Tapestry, for mostly hiding footage. There's Fred. You just get done eating some food? Look like you're licking your chops. Did you just have some lunch? But if anybody is wondering, back on topic of, well, let me see here. Kefla, is it me or is Kong a simp? Maybe a little bit, yeah. And then he always has a female to calm himself down. But back on topic of the Tucson Kaiju Festival that I have coming up in November, I do have some items, and I'm pretty much kind of every so often, I'm really going through my own collection. And in all honesty, I'm kind of seeing what I could part with. You know, I haven't found a lot because whenever I do buy something, I always do buy it with the intention of keeping it. I'm not into reselling. I'm not into flipping or anything like that. But I have been going through my collection just so maybe I have some items to have at the Tucson Kaiju Festival. And I'm thinking of doing like raffles, because we're going to have raffles. So here is my raffle pile so far. So I'm going to be raffling off this. And if you don't know what this is, I'll tell you right now. This is the 1964 X Plus America release Godzilla. This was from X Plus's American line that they did years ago. And even though I really love this figure, it's a solid 64. I'm also just like, I don't really need it that bad. So this is going to be one that I am going to raffle off. This will be one of the raffle items at the Tucson Kaiju Festival. I gotta get rid of that name. It's not the Tucson Godzilla Festival anymore. It's not. It's the Tucson Kaiju Festival. I don't want to get in trouble with Toho. I got lucky when I did it the first time. But yeah, so this is going to be one of the raffle items. And then, if you guys remember, up here, where He-Man and Skeletor now are currently, is where this print used to be. And I got this print at Tucson Comic-Con a few years ago from none other than Matt Frank himself. Matt Frank had a little table set up at Tucson Comic-Con that year. And, of course, selling prints, and he was doing custom stuff for people attending. And so it was just one of those things like, I like the way that looks better up there, especially up behind, Grayskull here, Castle Grayskull. So this is actually going to be another raffle item, and it is signed by Matt Frank himself. The only thing it has is it has some. It just has wall tack, because again, I don't frame a lot of my stuff. I do use wall tack, so it does have some wall tack holes, but no tears or nothing. I am very careful with all my items. I'm not rough with them in any way. So other than that, I think that's going to be a nice raffle item. Matt Frank, Shin Godzilla, and Legendary Godzilla. And then, of course, it is signed by him as well. So I am starting to get together items for raffle. I need to get items together, which I'll probably end up, buying really cheap, maybe at Walmart and stuff like that. Probably going to get stuff for prizes for like trivia contests, video game contests, stuff like that, which Tim, who's actually in the chat, I think he's still here anyway. I'm going to have Tim pretty much in charge of the video game kind of area and whatnot. And people are just going to be able to play video games throughout the day, and then we will have a designated time, and people can sign up if they want for a video game competition where they will probably be playing the classic Godzilla Kaiju Daikasen. And so I think that would be a really fun little tournament contest to do, and we'll have a prize for that, the winner of that. So it's coming together. Let's see here. Let me catch up on your guys' comments here. I think Jonathan saying I think Kong 76 sticks with me because it was his first one that he saw as a child, and as a child I thought it was the original, and it was years before I knew there was anything else. And then Kefla saying it actually looks awesome. Thank you. Hey, Leslie, we got Leslie Chambers, Kaiju Reviews in the house. What's going on? Saying he wholeheartedly agrees that the most important thing that the 33 film did not do, and then I never got a sense of Anne cared for Kong in any way, shape, or form. Dwan seems like she did. Yes. Yes. So Leslie is agreeing. Yes. I love Kong 76. Again, it has subtle differences that just separate it perfectly from all the other Kong films, in my opinion. Jonathan's headed to work, but chat with you in a bit. All right, man. And then Leslie saying he actually loves the fact that dinosaurs weren't a part of it, weren't a part of the 76 version. It makes Kong more the focus that way. That is true, even though I'm pretty sure nobody would have been opposed to a dinosaur battle. Hey, we got a giant snake out of it. And then Kefla saying, I legit have that as a wallpaper. Oh, very cool. Awesome. Though the first thing I want to do when it happens is shake your hand. Okay, yeah. And then Leslie saying, and since I have 76 in the background, let me ask you a comparison question for you. Objectively, in my opinion, which monster had the better revelation scene? King Kong 76 or Godzilla 1984? Ooh. Leslie just asked a monster kaiju size of a question. Wow. I got to think on that one. That's a tough question. Wow. Which had the better revelation scene? That's tough, Leslie. That's a tough question. That is a hard question. Oh, man. I want to say, man, that's tough. Ooh, Leslie, man, got me stumped. Which movie had the better score? Ooh, Kong 76 or Godzilla. Now, that one I can answer kind of simple. even though I love the music to Godzilla 1984, I love the score to Kong 76. So in my opinion, I want to say Kong 76 had a better score. But which had the better revelation? I want to say for that one, I want to give it to Godzilla 84. I want to give it to Godzilla 84. So I want to say which one had the better revelation scene is Godzilla, but which one had the better score? I want to say that would be the Kong. And we got the log scene going on. Kong's turning the log. And then Monster Report saying to Leslie, good work on getting me to squirm on a hard question like that. It was a hard question. That is. But yeah, no, I love the score for Kong 76. Has such a good score. Leslie saying which movie had the more tragic death scene? Well, that's also another easy one. Considering Godzilla doesn't technically die, of course, when people first saw it, and before we had Biollante, I'm pretty sure everybody did think Godzilla did die in the volcano. But considering Godzilla didn't die, though, and even if you take under the impression that he did die, I still want to give it to Kong 76. Kong 76 end scene, the death, it's not gonna lie, it's really kind of emotional to watch because again, it's in color. Again, the original Kong, you saw some blood and stuff, but again, it was black and white and everything. Kong 76, in all honesty, is pretty gory. Like when they're blasting him with the chain guns, the Gatling guns and everything. Ooh, it's brutal. So I gotta give it to Kong 76 for the death scene. For sure. I gotta prepare myself for that scene in a little bit. Let's see. Kefla saying I like the old designs of the Big G, where his face looks like Pitbull's. And then Monster Report, the legendary John Barry did the score on Kong 76. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And then Kefla saying, Godzilla is pure heat. How can he die? And then GFan84, it's a brutal death. And then Kefla saying, agree as well. Yeah, I think Kong 76 definitely has the more brutal, and in all opinions, sad death. Again, Godzilla 84 is not gone for good. He's still there. But so yeah, Kong 76 wins in that category. But Leslie, awesome questions, man. Awesome questions. I love it. You're doing awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the engagement. And we're just chilling, hanging out. But yeah, I can't tell you guys how excited I am to be finally bringing back the Tucson Kaiju Festival. Again, just to have this is the original poster from the first one that I did in 2019. And I can't wait to see what Yosh does. Yosh is going to be doing an awesome job. Again, he created the logo already. Again, I love that, again, it has hosted by Godzilla Fan Freaks, which is me. Because, again, this was my creation. And I just, I'm just so happy to bring it back. I'm so happy to bring it back. Reptile 7876, I felt so bad for Kong. Yes, you do. And then Monster Report saying John Agar, one of the Mystery Science Theater 3000's favorite cheesy actor, makes a cameo as the New York mayor in King Kong 76. That I did not know. But I think I know who you're talking about. Interesting. Okay. And then Kefla saying last week Broly turned 30. Wow, did Broly turn 30? Broly's 30 years old now. Wow. Interesting. Lots of birthdays going on for media, Lots of birthdays going on for media lately. Of course, we had Terra Mechagodzilla, King Kong, the original, now Broly, the Big Lebowski. Lots of media birthdays this year. I mean, they are every year, but like, milestones, I guess. Those milestone birthdays. We got 9 people on in here, 7 likes, guys. Thank you again. Atomic, blast that like button if you haven't already. I appreciate the support. Helps out the show in a free way. Helps out the algorithm. Thank you all so much for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks Live, for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 41. We are just grooving and chilling in the Godzilla Fan Freaks headquarters right now. And we got King Kong 76 on in the background today. And we're just having a good time. And again, you guys, let me know in the comments when I transition over to Facebook, whether you watch the Facebook segment of today's show or not, what would you guys like me to watch? I was thinking either Gorgo, but I did watch Gorgo last week, so it is a little fresh in my mind. So I was thinking Gorgo or I was thinking Gappa. So Facebook segment, Gorgo or Gappa. I feel like those are some good contenders. Let's see. Nick saying John Agar was in Revenge of the Creature and the Mole People. Okay, interesting. Kefla saying Gogeta also had his birthday after a few weeks ago. And then GFan84, Broly is a beast in the original one. Yes, he is. Job, what's going on, man? What's going on, dude? Kefla is saying Gappa. Thank you for the vote. I'll go with Gappa, unless there's other people that comment and outvote it. But I'm fine with Gappa. That's fair. So you guys kind of heard it here first. Unless more people want me to watch Gorgo again, it doesn't matter to me either which way. I'm just chilling today. After today's show, I got to go run a quick errand to Walgreens, but that's it. Other than that, I'm home. And then Job just chilling too. And then Kefla saying, how old is Godzilla now? Godzilla is going to be 69 years old this year. Next year is going to be Godzilla's 70th birthday. So this year, Godzilla is 69 years old. And again, Tucson Kaiju Festival this year, November 3rd, on Godzilla's birthday. That is when I'm throwing it. It's going to be fun. Can't wait. And then Kefla saying 69. Yeah. Godzilla's getting up there. But I mean, King Kong just celebrated his 90th birthday. So again, Kong's older than Godzilla. But no, you guys, thank you all so much for being here. We're just chilling today. Fred, what's up? Just being a dork? Huh? Yeah? You gonna say hi to everybody finally? What you doing, huh? Yeah. What a dork. Oh, here comes a giant snake. Footage. Kong's going to be tussling with the giant snake in the background. And then Kefla saying, dang, 90? I've been under a rock. That's okay. But yeah, Kong's almost at that 100. 10 more years. When I turn 40, Kong will be turning 100. And then when I turn, let me see. I'm very dyslexic with math, so give me a minute. When I turn, let's see, if next year Godzilla turns 70 and I'll be 31, then let's see. And then 41 Godzilla will be 80. 51 Godzilla will be 90. Oh man. I don't like to think about the future that way, but man, I'm going to be 61 when Godzilla turns 100 years old. Oh man. I don't know if I'll still be doing YouTube then. Who knows? Hey guys, welcome to Kaiju Clock episode. I forget. Oh man. Kefla, the giant snake, reminds me of the movie Anaconda. Yep. Anaconda or Python. You know, a lot of those like B movie sci-fi films. And then Kefla laughing at just what I was just saying about doing the math, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be 61 when Godzilla's 100. Dang. Leslie saying, I love how Kong gets so pissed off when he realizes his woman is gone. And quite frankly, I think as dudes, we would all react the same way if our woman was taken away from us. Leslie, you are correct, man. You are correct. We turn into savages. And then Kefla saying the movie scared you as a child. You know what? Hey, we've all had those moments. You know what it was for me when I was a kid? It's actually one of my favorite movies now. War of the Gargantuas. Gyra scared the bejesus out of me when I was a kid. I was always so scared to watch that movie. And I think it's the fact that, again, it doesn't even happen off camera. I want to say if it happened off camera, it probably would have been different for me. But the fact that Gyra literally is eating a person and they kind of show it and give that impression, that scared me as a kid. So Gyra was absolutely terrifying to me as a kid. So War of the Gargantuas was a scary movie for me. I ended up getting over it a little faster also, you know, because as I got older and again watching these movies, I was like, okay, whatever, you know, he eats a person. Okay, I can understand why I was scared as a kid, but okay. And another one for me was kind of another one of my favorites, Godzilla versus Biollante. The first form of Biollante was very eerie to me as a kid. It was kind of terrifying. And then Biollante herself at the end, again, Biollante just had a very eerie roar that scared me a little bit. And then just Biollante's designs, they were scary. So Kefla saying the size of the snake though. And then Leslie saying, who had a better suit, Kong 76 or Godzilla 84? Ooh, that's tough. Because each movie has its own charm, if you know what I mean. Like the suit for Kong in 76 and the facial electronics and everything were wonderful. But then you also have Godzilla 84, not only just the suit, but then you have the Cybot contending also. Which, let's just face it, the Cybot is freaking awesome. I'm pretty sure any of us would love to have the Cybot in our house or in our front yard. But, ooh, I want to say, man, it's tough, Leslie. I want to say my opinion, I do like the way Godzilla 84 looks, maybe just more than Kong 76, but I do like Kong 76. Leslie, you got to stop asking these hard questions, man. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for this. And then Kefla saying, Gyra, he capsized a ship. Yes, he did. Got him right here, really. There he is. I love this scene right here, where Kong's like hitting on the wall and the door and everything like that. This scene was very well done. Let's give you guys a sneak peek. Boom. Boom! Kong's just hitting on that door. Let's see, Leslie, who had the better updated roar? Ooh. That's, oh my goodness. Leslie, I love them both. Because I again, I mean, I don't know if it's showing up in the background right now, but Kong's throwing a hissy fit right now. So, I mean, you guys can hear the roar. I want to say Godzilla 84 because I do love that version of the Heisei roar. But I do love the Kong roar in 76. Oh, tough. That's a tough one. But I guess I got to give it to Godzilla. Kefla, that one guy from the Millennium Era guy who tried to swallow Godzilla, that guy scared me. Oh, Orga! Orga, you're talking about Orga. Yes, I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I was like, oh yeah, Orga. Yep, I got Orga down here. Oh, of course, at the very bottom. But yep, that was Orga. Oh, they got Kong with the chloroform. Speaking of kind of the Cybot, here's this Marmot Godzilla 84 that I have that pretty much represents the Cybot very well. Oh, let's see. Though he looked really sick. Yeah, no, Orga had a really cool design. I mean, it was pretty basic, but I thought it was cool. And we're doing good on comments. We're about an hour and 32 minutes in. Kong has been drugged with I think it's chloroform. I don't remember. I feel like they put him to sleep with something else in this movie. But anyway, so that's where we're at in the movie. So they're getting ready to take Kong back to stateside. Back to New York, where instead of climbing the Empire State Building, he climbs the World Trade Center, which again, I like the twist. Reptile 7876, that Trendmaster's Gigan is on steroids. Yeah, Trendmaster's Gigan was pretty ripped. And then Kefla, who do you think should appear in the new Godzilla series? Well, are you talking about the Apple TV series that Apple's doing? Or are you talking about the new Toho movie? Or what's to come in the Legendary series? And then Leslie with another question. Which movie had the better human cast? Kong 76 or Godzilla 84? Kong 76. I mean, as much as, you know, we do enjoy certain human characters in Godzilla movies, I feel Kong 76 just had a better solid cast, just in my opinion. And then Kefla saying the Legendary one. So the Legendary movies. Who do I think should appear? I want to say an easier question is who would I like to see appear in Legendary? I feel like Mecha King Ghidorah is out of the question considering the route they went with Mecha Godzilla in Godzilla vs. Kong. Otherwise, it would have been nice to see Mecha King Ghidorah again. I want to say though, I feel like Biollante and Destroya are decent contenders for the Legendary series. As far as maybe some other favorites, I don't know. I think Megalon would kind of be cool. Titanosaurus would be another cool one to have in the Legendary series. But it's really just hard to speculate. At this point, I want to say I'm one of those fans that I'm kind of just happy for whatever we get. Um, whether I end up liking the product in the end or not remains to be seen. But, I just want to say, hey, whatever we get, we should be happy. I mean, whether that be Hedra or, Anguirus, Ebera, who knows, whatever.
How can I become a star? Because of someone that was stolen off that.
And yeah, that was it. Caught up on comments. But yeah, so Legendary, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. And then Kefla saying those would look awesome, but there is hope for Mecha Ghidorah since there was another head that Ichi recklessly ripped off San's neck. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Maybe he'll just be more robotic. He probably won't look like this. But so probably more robotic heads, I want to say. If anything, maybe a full robotic, that's pretty much how they would have to do it. So we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. And then as far as like the new Toho Godzilla movie, I know it predates 1954, so it's going to be kind of like a prologue movie. Am I using that word right? Prologue, right? Yeah, that's usually the story before the main story. So I'm very curious to see what Toho is going to be doing. Pretty sure it's most likely going to be solo. I think we can all safe to say it's probably going to be a solo Godzilla movie. There's not going to be any other kaiju in it. If there is, that's going to be a big surprise, I want to say. They're being you don't really hear anything about the movie, so I think that's good. It's going to keep spoilers and speculations kind of on the low, which I think is what we need, because we should just enjoy it. There's no need to like, ooh, what's going to happen? We need to find out now or whatever. Let's just wait for the movie to come, And but I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be very interesting. And we're doing good on comments. Hour and 37 minutes in. We're doing pretty good. I don't think I said it. I might have said it earlier. Hope everybody's having a great week. I hope everybody's looking forward to their weekend. Again, like I always say, I'm on my weekend right now. When you guys start your guys' weekend, I go back to work. See, Kefla saying Godzilla vs. Kong was a solid movie, but let's be honest, Godzilla was stronger than both Kong and Mechagodzilla, even being said by Legendary themselves, saying that if Godzilla was at his full power, he could have ran through Mechagodzilla. Okay, yeah, I can honestly see that. Yeah, if Godzilla probably wasn't a little fatigued and tired from fighting Kong, Mechagodzilla probably wouldn't have been able to get the upper hand on him. But that's just the way they directed the movie and the way they went with it, which, seeing Godzilla and Kong team up, it was nice. What's up, Fred? What are you doing? You sitting in your cat tree? Huh? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? You want to play? You want to play? You want to play? Dork. Oh no, it's Kong! Let's see. Kefla saying I liked Godzilla and Kong teaming up. And then I hope to see them team up more in the future. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, I haven't really heard any rumors or anything at all from Legendary or Toho or anything like that. So they're keeping a lot of stuff on the down low, which again, in my opinion, is for the best. Let's all be surprised and shocked at the same time. You know what I mean? That's the best part. Oh, man. Speaking of Kong, here's the Kong shelf. I'm just going over stuff, showing you guys stuff. If you guys get bored in here, just let me know, even though I'm pretty sure nobody gets bored in here. Let's see, Reptile 7876. I'm very curious on who the next villain in the Monsterverse will be. Like I said, who knows? It could be open to anything. Kefla saying Toho and Legendary are slick. If you notice the titles, see the old King Kong versus Godzilla came out. Kong won in Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla won in the Tokyo battle. Yep. And then they put the big guy's name first. That is true. That is true. Oh, this shelf will probably have some stuff on it in the near future. You know, finally be filling that out a little bit. Not that I don't have room in other spaces. You know, considering how low-key things have been, I think it might take me a little longer than I originally thought to probably fill all this empty space up. But that's fine with me because I want to get stuff that I actually really enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to buy something just to buy it. Everything that I have added to my collection over the years, I have got it with the intention of I really, really enjoy this figure. I really like it for a particular reason. Or just because I don't have a version of that monster in the collection. For example, the Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. I just picked up the Playmates because it was cheap. And, you know, I don't need a more crazy expensive version of that Mechagodzilla. This figure gets the job done and the point across. So, I have a reasoning behind everything that I have bought. And pretty much it all comes down to I really, really, really like the figure. Let's see. Kefla asking, what's my elite figure supplier or well creators? Any Mechagodzilla from Playmates is awesome, Kefla also says. So Kefla, I'm pretty sure you're asking me, like, when I go for maybe a high-end figure, who do I go for? Is that what you're asking? Like, what do I buy? I want to say that would probably be X Plus, which is majority of what you see over in here on these shelves. All these big scale figures and stuff like that are X Plus. So, if that answers your question, which I hope it does, I think that's what you meant. And then Kefla saying the SH Monster Arts one looks cool, but it's a bit overpriced. I feel like SH Monster Arts in general these days is really overpriced. You know, I understand inflation and everything like that, but compared to what the figures used to be, compared to what they are now, especially when we got like accessories and stuff back in the day, and now we're lucky if we get like one accessory, but pretty much SH Monster Arts just gives us a base figure. And that's it. And then later on, they'll re-release it with either a different paint scheme and or accessories just for money grabs. Yeah, I feel SH Monster Arts, they are overpriced for sure, which is why I really don't buy SH Monster Arts a lot anymore. It is very few and far in between. I do still want to pick up a Monster X from SH Monster Arts. I just want to find it for the right price. Because again, I think it's a little overpriced for what it goes for. And again, you're just getting a Monster X figure. You're not getting any additional accessories or anything. But Yeah, that's why I'm really excited about Titanic Creations Gorgo figure that's coming out. Really excited for that. So that is the way to do a figure. The Titanic Creations Gorgo is pretty much after shipping and everything, you're looking at $110. That's it. And he's coming with accessories. You know, you got the little Gorgo figure. Depending on how many orders end up being, how many orders they get, will unlock other accessories for the figure. So, Titanic Creations, I applaud them. They're doing it right. And then let's see. Kefla saying the 2021 Kong version was underrated and underpriced, though. I did hear that the Kong, actually, you can find those at Target. I remember some people saying they picked the Kong up at Target for like 40, 45 bucks. So I was like, that's a pretty good deal. And then Kefla saying, yes, he broke a lot, but came with a lot of accessories and was very flexible. That's what I've heard. I did not pick up that version of Kong myself, as I wasn't really interested. But it looked like a good figure. And again, for some of the prices and everything, it's pretty good. So, well, guys, I think we're done in the Kaiju Cave for right now, unless somebody has a figure they want me to focus on or talk about. Could be anything, you know. But we might just go sit back on the Kaiju couch here and pretty much watch the ending for King Kong 76, which we have on in the background right now. Again, I think we're definitely, since we're approaching that hour and 50-minute mark here in about 3 minutes, roughly, I think we're definitely going to be going over the 2-hour mark because Kong has yet to make his debut yet. They're just now getting to that point to where they debut him for the oil company. So we just have a little bit more to go before we get to the finale. So we're probably going to be going over a little over 2 hours today, but that's okay. And like I said, next up on the Facebook segment for today's show, we're going to be watching Gappa over on Facebook. So make sure you like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks on Facebook if you're able to. And we'll be over there after we're done here, and we will watch Gappa. Just giving you guys different angles of things. Kefla is saying, this might be some disrespect, but I found the special limited edition of Madara I can't pronounce that. Uchiha? Madara Uchiha from SH Figure Arts. And it was being sold for $20 on AliExpress. You know what? I have no idea what that figure is, but it sounds like you got a good price on it for 20 bucks. Usually figure art stuff doesn't go for that cheap. Reptile 7076. What's my favorite and least favorite SH Monster Arts? Good question. Good question. Man, my favorite Monster Arts, as much as you guys all know I love Godzilla 62, he's my favorite Godzilla. I gotta give my favorite SH Monster Arts to Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla is an amazing, amazing, amazing figure. And probably my least favorite Monster Arts that I have I want to say I gotta go. Let me see. Least favorite monster arts. I mean, even though I wanted to say GMK, but I don't know. The GMK figure is pretty cool. If I had a least favorite monster arts figure, even though it was sold in a set, I want to say Mothra. Just because Mothra's not that interesting to me. You know, the larval state Mothra, yeah, it's Mothra in the larval stage, but I don't know. So I would have to say Mothra. I would have to say the SH Monster Arts Mothra is probably my least favorite. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, it looks different. You know, it has blue eyes and has articulation, but it's like, I don't have a lot of Mothra larvas, but it's like, how many do you really need in a collection? That's just my opinion, though. Like, if you like Marvel larva and you have a few different ones, that's cool. But it's like, the difference between this and then an X Plus, sure, you could tell differences, but at the end of the day, I don't know, it's just not that, like, eye-catching is the word, I guess. Kefla saying it's the strongest villain and the villain who ejects the most amount of Black Air Force energy in Naruto. See, I don't know a thing about Naruto. And you said, I bet you I can't say it right again, though, because I'm probably going to butcher it now. But you're saying I said Uchiha right. And then you're saying GMK looks good. GMK is good. Reptile 7876 saying his favorite is the Final Wars Godzilla, but his least favorite is the 2000, just because he prefers the actual suit. And you're not alone in that. That is one reason I did not get the Monster Arts 2000 figure, is because, granted, the concept artwork for Godzilla 2000 is cool. I still prefer more of a suit accurate representation, which again, this 50th anniversary memorial box Godzilla 2000 does beautifully. So you are not alone in that. Let's see here. Kefla saying favorite was the Special King of the Monsters Godzilla Atomic Energy version. That's a cool figure. That's a cool figure. Not gonna lie. Kong's just tearing up the train railing. Oh no! Reptile 7876, hopefully one day they will make a suit accurate figure. Hopefully. I'm really hoping we get a lot more Showa stuff now that we're getting Gigan from SH Monster Arts. I hope SH Monster Arts does more Showa. And then Leslie saying, there you go, Kong, stomp on those pesky New Yorkers. I love how he picks up the lady and he's thinking it's Dwan. And then when he finds out that it's not her, he doesn't just drop her. Okay? What do the kids say nowadays? Freaking Kong was just like, oh no, and freaking yeets her. He's just like, get out of here. He doesn't just drop her. He's just like, no. Oh man. Kefla thought it had a little too much blue paint on his eyes though. I don't have that figure, but I know which figure you're talking about. I can agree with that. Reptile 7876 saying would like to see an SH Monster Arts Megalon and Varan. Ooh. Reptile 7876, you're speaking to the choir, buddy. Megalon, Varan, Showa Jet Jaguar, Titanosaurus. All of those are excellent, excellent contenders for SH Monster Arts. Imagine having SH Monster Arts War of the Gargantuas pack. Oh, SH Monster Arts, if you're listening in, We're giving you ideas, but then they'll probably overcharge us. But no, very, very good contenders for SH Monster Arts. I mean, almost any Godzilla monster is a good contender for SH Monster Arts. I would love to see a show of Baragon for SH Monster Arts. You know? Leslie saying, wreck that train, Kong. Get your woman back, damn it. All right, let me flip the camera here, guys. I think we're going to go have a seat back on the Kaiju couch. There's only so much that I can walk and show you guys in the Kaiju cave, even though it is beautiful to look at, and I'm pretty sure nobody gets tired of it. There is only so much that I can do with it. So let me just get you guys set here and plugged back in. Alrighty. And yeah. So we're just having a good time, guys. Thank you again for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks Live, for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 41. Let me get you guys too high. Right. Is that where we were before? My stand's being dumb. Be mindful with me here, guys. Or be patient with me. All right, there we go. Let's see. Can I loosen this a little bit? Because I like having the Gigan tapestry in the shot pretty well. And right now his head's being cut off. And I don't necessarily like that. I'll have to mess with my stand another time. It's not cooperating with me right now. As I continue to mess with it, right, guys? Because you guys deserve to have a nice camera angle. Freaking camera. Not my camera stand. Jeez, I tighten that thing way too much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with that another time. Hi, Fred. Fred's here. There's those Kong roars. He's getting electrocuted by the power station lines. But, yeah, so had a good time, though, you guys, on this first segment. Thank you for your questions, especially Leslie, coming in with those brain busters, man. Wow. But thank you again all for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks Live, for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 41. Again, remember, no show next week. I got some other stuff I got to do. Again, Tucson Kaiju Festival stuff is firing up. So I'm pretty much going to be prepping and getting ready for that in November. May still seem like a lot of time, but when you're throwing kind of a full day festival, together, again, I want to do it right. So, and I want to make sure it's fun, you know. I want to draw in as many people as possible, you know. I want to make it a big thing. Just for something for people to do and just have fun and another thing to look forward to every year. Let's see here. Kefla saying a show of Baragon sounds like an awesome pick for SH Monster Arts to make. Thank you. I agree. Leslie saying that was her fault being at the wrong place at the wrong time. It's not Kong's fault. He got Subway. Oh, man. Kefla, why is it so amazing to watch Frieza get beaten up? I have nothing against Frieza. Talking about from the Broly movie. It is funny, don't get me wrong. Frieza's my favorite character, but that is very funny.
Excuse me, Professor.
And then Kefla saying, did I hear about Budokai Tenkaichi 4? Yes. Yes, I did. Very, very, very excited. I don't play video games as much as I used to, but I still do. And Budokai Tenkaichi 4, I cannot wait. I hope that they give us everything. And when I mean everything, Again, give us. I can't wait to go back to fighting as the giant apes. I hope they do that again. In all honesty, I hope that we get the ability to play as like King Cold, for instance, because I'm a King Cold fan. Love King Cold. Would love to play as King Cold. King Vegeta. You know, give us a bunch of characters. Just give us a bunch of characters, man. Monster Report, don't be alarmed, but I think someone in this show is secretly an owl. No. No. Mm. You almost got me, Nick. You almost got me. No. Not gonna do it. No. Not gonna do it. Oh, Nick. Dang. You almost got me. Kong found her. Getting close to the ending here. Don't mind me, I'm just snacking. Still sour Skittles. And they're still packing a punch.
He's coming down Fifth Avenue right on schedule, almost to 40 seconds.
We got 8 people on in here. We're over 2 hours. We're going to be over 2 hours today. But we'll end the stream pretty much once the movie's over. So we don't have too much longer. Kong's getting to the base of the World Trade Centers right now. So he's going to be going up pretty soon. And then, as we all know, he's going to be coming down. Nick, you almost got me with that last comment, though. You were this close. You were this close. That eerie silence before you know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because even though that this is the very first Kong remake, again, at this point, again, everybody pretty much knew the story of King Kong. So it was kind of like you knew what was going to happen. You know what I mean? So it's just like that eerie silence before the really brutal scene. Nick over at the Monster Report saying, can't blame me for trying. Do you remember the name, the band that did Won't Get Fooled Again? Nick, I'm not even good with like music and bands.
Close your eyes. The helicopters are coming in at him.
So, at least that's what you say the helicopters are coming to do. They're not going to net Kong, that is for sure. They are going to blast him into oblivion. And like I said, Kong 76, if you haven't seen it, recommend it. It's my favorite Kong film. But man, the ending scene, oof, it's a little hard to watch. It's brutal, you know. I can't show you guys really due to footage, but just take my word for it. But yeah, Nick, I'm not even a music person. I'm terrible with song names and bands in general. So you're not going to get me with that one either. Oh, man. I'm just enjoying the end of the movie here, you guys. We got 3 people on in here. Everyone kind of already prematurely left. The show's winding down. That's okay. If you guys got questions, though, that kind of helps it keep it rolling so we don't have dead air here for the next 10-ish minutes, maybe 15, before the movie's over. I'm just working on Tucson Kaiju Festival stuff. That's kind of what I'm going to be doing, is going to be jotting down notes here, but I'll look at the comments regularly. So you guys get to see me at work. A little bit. Not my work, not my actual work, but my hobby, side work. Let's see. But I appreciate for those that stick around, even though we might have dead air here for just a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. Again, questions. Any last minute questions? Like, guys, if you have a question, now's the time to ask it. If you guys have anything, now is the time. Let's see. Tucson Kaiju Festival schedule. I'm debating if I want to do like a welcoming introduction panel. I don't know if that would be a good idea. Just kind of like just saying thank you to everybody and whatnot for anybody that shows up there, because we're going to have a schedule at the door that people are going to be able to take and just have, you know, that way they know, of course, what times things start and everything like that. And then, of course, we'll probably have schedules posted around the festival itself for anybody that doesn't just want to pick one up. Oh, they're getting him with the flamethrowers. They're burning the monkey. Jumps from one building to the next. It's a big leap. They did an amazing job on this Blu-ray, though. And I think Nick would agree. Like, this Blu-ray looks beautiful. It's so clean. Like, watching it, you wouldn't think that this movie is from 1976. Like, that is how nice this Blu-ray looks. I love that when Kong throws that barrel and it blows up. And then Jeff Bridges is just like, yeah! Like, they're rooting for Kong. Again, differences. They may be subtle, but they are appreciated. Because, again, in the original Kong, everybody feared him. He was just a monster. In this one, they form that relationship bond. And it's like, they're for him, and you root for him, too. You don't want to see him die.
About 50 feet above him.
Here we go. We're getting to that brutalness. Again, if you haven't seen it, it's actually kind of a gory scene. They tear Kong up with these Gatling guns. Yep. No old-fashioned airplanes shooting them down. Freaking, they got just these Apache helicopters or something with these chain guns on them and just blast him. And see, she even says, like, hold on to me or they're going to kill you, because they're not going to shoot at him if he has her in his hand. So it's like she's trying to tell him, like, no, you need to hold on to me. There they go. And see, they stop firing because she's like right on his leg, basically. And then he pushes her away. Let me see. Let me catch up on comments here. Let me see here. Oh, I just had one. I thought I had more comments to catch up on here. Guys, we got 6 people on in here, 7 likes. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button if you haven't already. We were just watching Kong 76, and we're pretty much at the end here. Kong is just getting shot up. Kong's trying to fight back, but nope, not gonna happen. But anyway, what did Nick say? He had to take a call for a minute there. Did you reveal that you... No. No, Nick. No, I didn't. Eerie silence again. No music. No. That's another thing that makes this scene, like, you know, kind of brutal in a way, and, you know, and again, different from the original. They did an excellent job with it. Again, I love this movie for many different reasons. But man, they hit the nail on the head just not having any music for this last scene. Like, that eerie silence, it adds to it so much. Especially when he falls off the building, hits the ground, and he's still alive, just barely. And then, of course, you have all these crappy people just standing on his body, his corpse, basically. Oh, let me take a picture of the dying monkey. It's like, it's messed up. The disrespect. And again, you just have that heartbeat that fades out. I don't know if the heartbeat's showing up on camera or not. Probably not. But then, of course, we all know that in this one, of course, it had that crazy sequel, King Kong Lives, to where he lives. That was it. King Kong Lives with a pacemaker, which I do not have a copy of. I kind of wish, you know, we would get a nice... I know that King Kong Lives was recently released, but I think it was by a smaller company. I just wish that... I kind of hope that Scream Factory releases King Kong Escapes. That would be nice. And then Monster Report. It's okay. My call was about how to read maps backwards. Nick, you're too much. But that's it, you guys. That is the end of King Kong 76. We're over our 2-hour mark. So I'm just going to wrap it up here. And then Nick saying it was spam. So anyway, you guys, like always, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to atomic blast that notification bell while you are at it. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook, where we'll be next for the second segment of Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 41, and we will be watching Gappa. And then don't forget to follow Godzilla Fan Freaks on Instagram as well. That way you stay up to date with everything going on and whatnot. So, you guys, without further ado, Kong 76 is coming to an end. And we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. And if we don't see you next on the Facebook segment, we will see you not next week, because no show next week. Remember that. And that's it. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. Atomic blast that like button if you have not already. And thank you very much. We are Godzilla Fan Freaks. We'll see you next time.